just seen a nice man ambulance at his house, and just met him and his wife there earlier today, and they had a garage sale. It just so hard doing things by yourself, like when he's older, right? He's 90 something, and he's up and about and moving around there as much as I am. And I just see him, he just obviously he fell over or something, hurt his leg. It's horrible. Such good people. His wife, yeah, good people, man. I hate seeing good people suffer like that. I knew I was weak at things in life, and holding compassion inside, knowing that it's going to be destroyed by people suffering, it's a different strength. And you see that the medical people and the police are spent. They're in overcare mode. All their hours are up, and all their better inhibitions and their mental cognizance is impaired by people's hurting and suffering. And I've tried to avoid hurt for years. And all of a sudden, I had an insurance man show up at my place, and from Combined Insurance America. And he says, "Well, I'd like to sell you some insurance, sir." It's like, okay. I had a mortgage, loan at the bank, stuff like that, right, to pay for. And it sounded pretty good. It's accident insurance. Accident, health, and then there's sickness and term care. 3 stages. So I bid into it, and I tried to sell it to my parents. I tried to sell it to my grandparents. They all told me I was bullshit. Told me I was nuts and just a wave of the future that they didn't want to deal with. Well, I bought that insurance for me and my wife, and months later, my wife were up there playing shimmy hockey, and my ex-wife, sorry, she broke her wrist, just smashed it backwards. It looked horrible. I felt so horrible for her. I coddled her all the way there, and she has a good spirit. But that insurance paid off, paid her injury, the term of her time off work, plus she got paid from work. She got that check. And then my fucking goofy stepfather shows up. He only come around when he was suffering or downtrodden. And I got cancer in my kidney. I'm like, fuck it. And then he just left. Didn't even talk to me about it or nothing. Just ran home and wept and did his isolation care. And then, of course, years later, or not years later, months later, my grandmother started with a lung cancer. And she just, one thing after another. And all they did was tell me that I was bullshit for offering that insurance, Combined Insurance America. I mean, the guy showed up at my place out of the blue, like you'd think an angel would. And he said, "Well, why don't you get into sell insurance?" I said, "You know what, I'd really like to. I care a lot about people, but I hate being stuffed down when they think that you're caring and it's not going to matter someday. Even if it matters a little bit, you know what I mean? It's still 1,000 instead of 0. And he said that he makes basically over 1,000 before he even leaves the house now, because the premiums are paying up, and they paid out, right? So it's hard to say, Basically, I'm just talking to myself there. I seen that man getting taken away in the ambulance, and it triggered me really bad. I was like, I just met them. I want to run over there and console him and put faith into him that if he gets through this, there's some reward ahead. If you keep telling people that they matter, and that someday they're going to matter to you or to somebody else, fact that you cared for them in that instant is going to show, and God will come through and prevail in body, mind, and spirit. I'm really hurting, man, to see. Like, I'm alone and stuff there. Like, I have to deal with this stuff, but sometimes when I come up to these roads and I think, down that road right there is my place, and down that way is towards town. This is me. I mean, I can't hide from the world anymore. I'm just shy of bawling, man. I want to fucking bawl. That woman told me her life story in a half an hour, and she didn't lie one fucking time. Not once did she lie to me in that instant. No wavering of faith or nothing. She's disabled, a chair, and her old man just gone down the road in an ambulance. And oh man, people, so tough. All those people in the Middle East and, you know, third world countries, you know, Thailand and the Philippines in 2004 when they got hit by that tsunami. All I could see was a Christianity standing on that beach saying, these people are resilient, but their resilience is dangerous. The dogma will always bite the hand of the one that feeds when it feels like it's being kept at bay or perhaps sanctioned or caged in without their life inhibitions being exercised. Like those people being held in Gaza, they're getting no social exercise. They're getting, you know, that America is coming for them eventually. That's the only thing that's keeping them on the table. The only thing. I mean, I know I look kind of shabby right now, like I got a band-aid in my head, but I do. You can't hide what the heart's telling your body. Right now, my body's melting. Melting. You know, if you don't have any specific tools or mental, you know, training, like going through mental training at school, or they talk about mental health and awareness, it's how it all starts. It's the only way to do it. This was supposed to be a walk without my cell phone, but I got triggered, and that man's 96. Fuck, they gave me a whole bunch of stuff from their garage sale. They're so kind. They drink, so I'll probably go to the liquor store eventually and, you know, get them a gift card or something. Or I always see them going down the road there, and one's in their chair, and the other one's got his little electric car he drives there. Looks so cute in there. Just hope I can keep that innocence and purity in my life as long as they have. Other than that, I'm just feeling like an abandoned father. You know, I was never one to stop people from living their lives and stuff, but once neglect and abandonment come into it, they're saying you're narcissistic and pessimistic. It's like, no, I'm not narcissistic and pessimistic. I'm a fucking criminal. They don't accuse me of anything. Malice or menace. Not in my fucking life, man. I was fat when I was a kid. I had so much body shaming that my own stepfather come into my life when my father left, and come into my life, and All he did was say I was fat. He said it was a fat kid. Nah, fat. Fuck! I said I was a fat, knock-kneed, fat, knock-kneed kid that you know, was never going to be anything but a fat, knock-kneed kid. My back to the western sun. Stand there dealing cocaine to some fucking loon. Traded him for some fucking white bicycle with a yellow stripe on it. Right down my fucking back my whole life. Whole fucking life, brother. My mother was facing the sun and I could see the horror in her face. Every time I entered the room, wherever that cunt was, I felt that. Felt nothing but a fat, knock-kneed kid with a yellow stripe down his back, man. It's not good to hold these emotions back for 48 years.